The first time I ever taught a class at Berkeley it was a terrifying experience. And I remember thinking at the end, it's like, my God, I've got to do that 3 times a week for the next 15 weeks. Oh my God.
Despite a challenging initial experience when teaching his first class at Berkeley, Professor Paulin has not only managed to overcome obstacles, but has also achieved remarkable success. With an exceptional track record, he boasts one of the highest ratings on RateMyProfessor, and was honored with the prestigious 2020 Distinguished Teaching Award for Mathematics. Professor Paulin is widely recognized as one of the most outstanding math professors at Cal, leaving many curious about the key factors that contribute to his exceptional teaching style. In order to shed light on this matter, we have the privilege of interviewing Professor Paulin himself, delving into the secrets behind his acclaimed teaching methodology. One of the effective teaching strategies employed by Professor Paulin involves centering each of his classes around a central theme. He believes that this approach helps to present the subject matter in a clearer and more understandable way for students. By organizing the content around a main idea, he simplifies complex concepts, making it easier for learners to grasp and focus on the most important aspects.
Almost every lecture should be built around a single theme, right? There should be one thing that you want your students to get from the lecture. It's not so much, here's a list of things you need to do the exam. It's what are the actual important core skills that will follow you throughout, certainly the rest of your university career, but beyond.
He kind of walks us through the theories and theorems behind the math that we were learning, which helps us able to understand the origins of all our formulas and things that we're using, which at the end makes it more engaging for everyone involved, really.
When introducing his students to new mathematical techniques or concepts, Professor Paulin strives to empathize with their own learning experiences by recalling his own initial encounters with the subject matter. This empathetic approach allows him to establish a supportive and inclusive learning environment. Professor Paulin fosters an atmosphere where all students feel accepted and empowered to engage with the material without fear of judgment or discrimination.
I don't think it's possible to be really an effective teacher if you've forgotten completely what it's like not to know something, right? You've got to be able to put yourself in the mindset of somebody who's seeing it for the first time.
Every single, even simple step he just explains, so he doesn't assume that you know anything from before.
He made math very intuitive, very methodical. The way he teaches to approach math, it just makes it a lot easier and very fun.
If you have a question during lecture, he will automatically answer it. He really wants people to ask and to be engaged, and it's really nice to see.
Professor Paulin is dedicated to delivering his teaching materials in a manner that is both clear and concise. His commitment to effective presentation is evident through various means, such as his streamlined black and white websites, well-produced video recordings, and meticulously crafted homework solutions. By ensuring that his materials are presented in an organized and easily understandable format, Professor Paulin demonstrates the importance he places on facilitating a seamless learning experience for his students.
I really care about how things are visually presented, right? The format of how things look is incredibly important to me. There's just nothing worse than a beautiful idea which is presented badly.
It's just very organized, which makes me feel like a more successful student in his class.
And I thought he seemed to organize his material and put a lot of effort into formatting the class. I really liked the files he put online. He would do these concept summaries that I would always review, and those were really helpful.
And then you could either catch up or get ahead on lecture because he would post each week's material and then each day's lecture material as well. On one hand, you didn't necessarily need to go to lecture, but on the other hand, if you didn't, you'd be missing out on a really great class. And even if you did miss lecture, he'd really make sure you were caught up.
What do you think is driving you to do all these things?
Oh, that's such a lovely question. I think it's the same thing that drove me to do mathematics to start off with. It's just a drive to master something. I really enjoy it when I feel I've done my job well. It just makes me feel so happy to feel like I've explained that well. When I see people looking at my videos, I'm kind of hoping, hopefully this speaks to them. They learn something from it that they wouldn't have got otherwise. I don't know.